Hi there, welcome back to AV Guitar Lessons. Anna here. So today we're going to look at Stand By Me by Benny King. It's going to sound something like this. So for this one you may have noticed I've used a different technique in my right hand. I'm not strumming this one, I'm just plucking it with fingers and thumb at the same time, so that kind of thing. I just thought that that goes best with the song and it feels natural to play like that, and also it's fun to try another technique in your right hand or your strumming hand. So let's look at the chords and then we'll get to the strumming hand later. So first of all you've got a G major chord, which is second finger, low E string, 3rd fret. First finger, A string, 2nd fret. Third finger, B string, 3rd fret. And fourth finger, top E string, 3rd fret. Okay, so 3rd fret, low E. 1st fret, A string. 3rd fret, B string. And 3rd fret, top E string. That's your G major chord, and you're playing all the strings in your right hand. So then moving on, you've got an E minor chord next. Now E minor is 2nd fret A string and 2nd fret D string. Some people use fingers 1 and 2 for that, some people use 2 and 3. So you can do it either of those ways. So 2nd fret A string, 2nd fret D string. And again, you're playing all the strings with your strumming hand. E minor chord. The next one is a C major chord. For C major, you've got your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret A string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string. So 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret D string, 1st fret B string. And for your C major chord, you play just from the A string. So this one. So you're leaving out the low E string there. So from the A string, that's your C major chord. And the last chord is a D major chord. And that one is 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and your 2nd finger is on the top E string, 2nd fret. So 2nd fret, G string, 3rd fret, B string, and 2nd fret, top E string. That's your D major chord. You just play from the D string now. So you're leaving out the E and A strings at the bottom there. That's your D major chord. Okay, so it's that all the way through. You've got G major, E minor, C major, D major, and then you're back to G. Okay, so there's the structure, get the chords down, and we're going to look at the strumming hands now. So what I've been doing is taking my G major chord, as an example. I'm going to put my thumb on the bottom note, so the lowest string you're playing. So for a G major chord, the lowest string you're playing is the low E string here. So your thumb's going to be on that one. And what you're going to do is you're just going to pluck all the strings together. So you're going to pluck with your thumb, but at the same time you're going to pluck, you can't pluck all the strings because you'd need 6 fingers, but you can pluck, I'm on D string, G string, B string and E string. So I'm missing out the A string on this one. And if you hit only 3 of the strings, if you just want to play with 3 fingers, that's fine. If you want to incorporate the little finger in this and hit the top string, that sounds great as well. I think it sounds good on the G actually, to make it nice and full. So there I'm plucking low E string with my thumb. I've got my 1st finger on the D string, my second finger on the G string, third finger on the B string, and little finger on the top E string. And then you're kind of going to go slightly upwards with your fingers, so they're plucking up like that. I'm exaggerating it a bit. Sort of up and away. But it's not going to be that much of a big movement, it's going to be just towards your thumb a little bit. So, and at the same time your thumb is going to pluck this low E string, so slightly down towards the fingers. Okay, so it's something to work on, but just practice doing that. You can practice doing them separately if you want. But you're pretty much just doing that, sort of like pinching your grip a bit. As I said, if you don't want to incorporate the top string, it's fine. It can be a little bit messy. It doesn't have to be very precise. Just depends what you like the sound of as well. So just go for that, getting your 3 or 4 fingers and your thumb together. And if you're struggling, sometimes you can be it can be that your thumb is too far back, so your thumb and your fingers are getting in the way of each other if you're doing that. So if you look at where my thumb is, it's kind of moved that way towards the neck, towards the left hand. So if you're like this, you can kind of get in the way of each other. So if that's happening, just try and bring your hand around so your thumb is not going to hit your fingers when it goes down. So your thumb's kind of like this, not behind your fingers. Okay, so that's a little bit behind the technique. So that's something to practice, and then the strumming pattern is quite simple, but you've got to do some muting. So once you've got that plucking, you pluck the strings, you're going to come back down onto the strings to mute them. So like that. So you want to practice doing that. Okay. Then you've got to do the rhythm of the song is one happens really quickly, so you've got that, a really short one, and then a longer one. So you've got short, okay, so that was for your G major chord. E minor is going to be the same with your strumming hand, in that you're going to play your thumb on the low E string again. Okay, so same thing with the fingers. When you move to your C major chord, your thumb in your strumming hand is going to move down to the A string now, because you're not playing this low E string. So your thumb will be plucking the A string, and your fingers can stay the same as they were before. So practice that one, and then for the D major, you're going even lower, you're going to the D string. So get your D major shape down, you're playing the D string now with your thumb, and obviously you're going to run out of strings for your little finger, so you can just play with the first finger G string, second finger B string, and third finger top E string. So okay, so let's just go over the chord structure again. So you've got your G, twice round on the G, then change to your E minor chord, twice round on that, then your C major, and then you're putting your thumb this time on the A string, so that's once round on the C major, and then once round on the D major, and your thumb's going down to your D string now, and then back to your G for twice round. Okay, little recap. So twice round on the G, 2, 3, 4. twice round on the E minor, C, D, G, twice round. Okay, so there's quite a lot there, but I hope you enjoy the process, and let me know how you get on. And thank you for watching again, and I'll see you soon.